Stranger Things Season 5 is premiering in a few months, but you don't need to wait to know what's going to happen. Who from the famous group won't survive till the end? Is Max trapped in the upside-down world? And will Vecna come back again and turn Hawkins into a big portal to another world? Everything you need to know about the events of Season 5 of Stranger Things is in this video, and you'll want to watch till the end because you definitely don't expect to hear some of these. The new poster was released, and this photo can tell more than you can imagine. Just take a look at this. On the poster we see Will, Mike, Max, Lucas, and Dustin moving under a red sky. The ground of Hawkins in the background looks broken like a gate opening again. But if you look closer you'll notice something strange. Only Will and Dustin's lights are shining. The last time this happened was in Season 4. Eddie's bike light was the only one on and he didn't survive at the end. So could the lights this time show who will die next? But wait for the next detail. If you look at the sky you can see Vecna's face there, half covered by the clouds. What's strange is that one of his eyes is missing, which points to the same one-eyed villain from Eddie's D&D story in Season 4. And if you look at the background near the corner a tall radio tower stands. This is the same tower teased in the new promo video for Season 5. This tower may be the key element that connects the real world and the upside down. So maybe the final battle will begin there. Comment below who you think might be killed in Season 5, and let's look at more interesting details. In Season 4 we learn that Will and Eleven move to a new city. But while Eleven keeps writing to Mike, Will feels left out. When Mike finally visits, things get even harder. Will feels like a third wheel next to Mike and Eleven. But the reason isn't just friendship. Will might actually feel something stronger. Something he's even afraid to admit to himself. Just look at this. When he meets Mike he wants to hug him, but Mike only offers a handshake. He gets upset that Mike didn't write to him much, while Eleven got letters every week. In one conversation, Will says it's hard to open up to the people you love and care about. And even in the painting he made for Mike, there's a big red heart on Mike's shield. All of this points to one thing: Will has feelings for Mike that go beyond friendship. That's why he doesn't notice other girls and why he becomes so emotional when trying to open up. Comment below if you want to see how this love story ends in Season 5. And let's take a look at other characters' futures. Following the events of Season 4, we know that Max almost died when she fought Vecna. Her heart stopped for more than a minute. Lucas says no one knows how she came back. But here is the really scary part. When Eleven looked inside Max's mind, it was empty. Totally empty. You probably realized that while Max's body is in the hospital, her spirit might be somewhere else. But the truth will surprise you. Max can be stuck in the upside down, or even worse, she could be inside Vecna's mind. The scariest part is that no one knows how to bring her back. Max's mind could be in a strange place between the real world and the upside down. So be sure to comment below where you think Max could be and how she might come back to her friends. But it's not just Max that has everyone curious. In the middle of all the Damogorgons and chaos, Nancy's love life is full of problems too. Right now everyone is wondering who she will end up with. Will she go back to Steve, the guy she shared so many sparks and special moments with? Or will she stay with Jonathan, her long-distance boyfriend who has been there through everything? By the end of Season 4, Nancy is trying hard to make her relationship with Jonathan work. But every time she and Steve are together, their old connection and memories grow stronger. Season 5 can make things even more confusing, and Nancy might start thinking more about her feelings. Comment below, what do you think? Will Nancy choose Steve or Jonathan? But while Nancy faces her own troubles, the whole city might be in danger from someone hiding behind a false identity. Because all this time someone in Hawkins could have been a spy from the upside down. Did you notice something strange about the school counselor, Ms. Kelly? There's also one very odd details. Every teen that Vecna attacked had spoken to her first. At first glance it seemed like she's just trying to help, but from the moment she started talking to Max something felt off. She wasn't just asking questions, she seemed like she wanted secrets. And here's the really scary part. In one scene, we see a key on her necklace that looks like a clock. At the same time, every student saw an old Vecna's clock in their first vision. That clock could only open with a special key. But with all this, she might really be Vecna's spy who works with the students of the school every day and tells Vecna who to attack. When Max and the rest go to investigate in her office, they also find files for Chrissy and Fred. They both had similar symptoms and both of them were talking to Ms. Kelly before their deaths. So could the Ms. Kelly not only work at the school but also secretly help Vecna? Share your thoughts in the comments. While that is happening, there's also a big question about Dr. Owens, the kind doctor who has been helping Eleven all this time. If Dr. Owens is still alive and might come back in Season 5 to help fight the upside down. Remember in Season 4 he was one of the few people who knew who is Vecna and how he killed his first victims. If he comes back, he can help 11 and the rest a lot. He can change the way the group fights and even give them new ideas or tools to beat Vecna. But here is the tricky part. Dr. Owens was last seen captured by the military in the desert. Nobody knows what happened after that. Did he escape? Did someone rescue him? If he managed to survive, he could reappear as a secret helper, giving 11 the support she needs. Comment below if you liked Dr. Owens and would want to see his comeback in Season 5. But while people wonder about Owens, one specific character will return in Season 5 for sure, and that is Vecna. At the end of Season 4, his body disappeared after he was badly hurt. Many thought that was the end of him. But then cracks and gates started appearing all over Hawkins. The Upside Down is slowly creeping into the town. Besides, we can see Vecna on the main poster for the season. That's why it looks like Vecna wasn't really defeated, and will come back in Season 5 for one last terrifying showdown. But here's an even scarier detail. Vecna might attack the group in very personal ways. He could target the ones they love the most. He could even possess someone close to them and use that person to hurt the group. That means the final battle will be more intense and shocking than anything we've seen so far. Comment below your predictions about what will happen to Vecna in Season 5. And while you share your thoughts, there's also a more personal story we need to follow. Eddie Munson can come back even after his death. Just take a look at these facts. Eddie died heroically in Season 4, sacrificing himself. But he didn't die in the regular world, he died in the Upside Down. The rules of life and death there are different from the real world. So Eddie could have really survived. But even if we imagine that Eddie won't come back to life, he could still appear on screen. Remember how in Season 4 Billy appeared in Max's mind even though he died in Season 3? The same could happen with Eddie. This kind of vision happens only between people who are very close. So comment below whose mind do you think Eddie could visit in Season 5? While Eddie's story leaves us wondering, there's another big mystery tied to the Upside Down. Will the Soviets plan to use the Damogorgons as weapons? They might have, and it's a very scary idea. In Seasons 3 and 4, we saw clues that the Soviets were doing secret experiments in the Upside Down. They even captured some of the creatures and studied them closely. The Soviets wanted to use these monsters as weapons or for secret missions that nobody outside knew about. And here's the really scary part. Those secret plans might not be over. Hidden labs or tunnels could still be under Hawkins. Nobody knows exactly where they are, and there could be even more dangerous creatures waiting inside. Maybe the tunnels go deep and the Soviets might have left traps or other secrets to protect the labs. And that's not even the scariest part about Season 5. 11 might make the biggest sacrifice ever to save Hawkins. 11 has always been the one with powers to fight the Upside Down, but by the end of Season 4 she has lost a lot of her strength. Many people think she might give up her powers or even her life to close the gates for good. If 11 dies, it will truly be the most epic ending of the Stranger Things show, which has lasted for almost 10 years. And knowing how easily the directors of the show kill main characters, we can really expect any kind of ending. And while you share in comments your predictions about Season 5 ending, there's another big question. Who else from the main characters can die in Season 5? Share your versions in the comments. Stranger Things Season 5 will be released very soon, and you can watch this video even after it premieres. Be sure to comment below which of these predictions came true and which turned out to be false. You can also write your own predictions in the comments, and very soon we'll find out who was right.